talking about cancer, breast cancer. These are all things that have taken people's lives before, you know what I mean? All right, so tell us, Shaz, you make, this scary discovery in January this year. Can you tell us about it? Just run through it, how it all happened. How did you discover it?
As you know, my birthday's in January on the 9th. Now, we did a family photo shoot the weekend before. I think it was January 6th, if I'm not mistaken. And after, it was a long day. I went home with my family, with my kids, took a shower, and I was just basically lounging in my room, and that's usually when I do my breast self-examination, and I do this every month without fail, because having interviewed breast cancer survivors for the last 20 odd years, I've developed a habit, and of course you have the information, you just do it. And that's when I discovered a lump actually in my left breast.
All right.
And initially I thought, what is this? Okay. And I told my husband about it, and he was like, okay, go and see the doctor tomorrow. So I immediately got on the phone with my doctor the same night, asked if she could slide me in with an appointment, because I know she's really busy. It's really hard to see her. And I saw her the next day, and she wasn't happy with what I came with. So I did a mammogram as well as an ultrasound the same day. And when I did the ultrasound, the technician said, this actually, to be honest, isn't looking too good. I'd like you to come back tomorrow to do a biopsy. And I came back, did a biopsy, and got the results the following week. But the thing is, I had to wait a whole week to discover whether or not I had
After
cancer.
the whole mammogram thing, the test biopsy, before the results came out, was there a part of you that says, it might not be it?
Yeah. Because I really think this kind of thing happened to other people. And, it was, like I said, the whole experience was surreal. And I just kept positive. I was a bit worried, but I'm like, nah, it can't be anything. It's just, it's just a water cyst. It's just these lumps that women get sometimes.
Right.
But I had an appointment the following week to get the results of the biopsy. That's when I started getting a little bit nervous. And then the day arrived when, we had to go to see the doctor.
Right. And after that, once you see the doctor, obviously you were given some options on what to do next. Was it easy to make a decision on what to do next?
I was still in shock, I think, when I made the decision. All I knew was that I wanted it out. So to decide on surgery in the next few days was easy. To decide on further treatment was relatively easy. I just said, okay, let's do it. Let's just get it over and done with.
When you found out you have breast cancer, how did your family react to that? Your husband was there with you.
Yeah. Okay. The thing is, we decided as a couple not to tell our children yet. Actually, we decided, okay, you know what? We'll tell immediate family. I told my sisters and my brother. And we decided that we would keep this news until after the surgery before we let our parents know. Because my parents are older, they're in their 70s or 80s. And honestly, I had enough stress dealing with the diagnosis and the impending operation to also have to think about they're just gonna freak out.
Right.
They're gonna be so worried. I don't need that on top of my own, stuff that I'm processing and my own worries. So I decided that we would tell the children and we'd tell my parents after the surgery.
Right.
So I went into surgery with my parents not knowing anything. They thought I was just on holiday, and my kids knew that I was sick, but they didn't know that it was cancer.
Right. And then eventually they would know about it. How did they react after knowing it, after your surgery?
Yeah, I think my kids were very shocked. And, they're 13 and 15 now. And this was this year. And for my daughter, I think she felt it hit her harder because I think she, how teenagers take their parents for granted and ignore us half the time. I think she was really faced with the knowledge that, hey, in a worst case scenario, I could easily lose my mom. So she took it quite hard. But every day I'm here, I'm around, and I'm my usual nagging self So I plan on being around for a while.
There are people who are in the same wagon as you are in, Shaz. Any advice to those who are going through a similar situation you're going through?
Yeah, I think it's easy for me or anyone in this position to say, just stay positive. Think, focus on the good. Sometimes there are days when you can't be positive and can't focus on the good. The important thing is to then, take that, sit with it, and then rest, recharge, and move on.
All right.
Move on from that, okay? You can do it. Everyone can do it. It's your will. It's your will to go on and to survive and to be there for yourself and the people you love.